She faces accusations of fake pregnancies with multiple men, with reports mentioning as many as 5 false pregnancy claims across several years. She has been criminally charged in 2 of these cases. This is my mental health analysis of Laura Owens. Imagine discovering you're about to be a father, only to learn it's all a lie. Forged ultrasounds, fake medical records, and lawsuits designed to bleed you dry. This isn't fiction. It's the bizarre story of Laura Owens, a 35-year-old Scottsdale woman accused of scamming multiple men with elaborate pregnancy hoaxes. I'm a licensed professional counselor, and I talk about the psychology behind the crimes. Today, we're doing a deep dive into Laura Owens' psychology about her fabricated pregnancies. Why would someone weave such a web of deceit? What does her pattern of lies reveal about her mental health? What you're about to hear are my speculations based on her alleged behaviors. It's not a formal diagnosis. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button for more mental health breakdowns like this. Laura Owens grew up in the spotlight as the daughter of retired Bay Area radio legend Ron Owens and his wife, Jan Black. Now living with her parents in upscale Scottsdale, Arizona, Laura's no stranger to attention. She's an equestrian competitor, gracing horse show circuits from California to Florida, and even co-hosts a podcast called Nobody Told Me with her mom. On the surface, it's a life of privilege and poise, but beneath, a trail of shattered trust and legal chaos. It started as early as 2016 to 2017 during a relationship with a California businessman named Michael. Laura allegedly bombarded him with claims of pregnancies, miscarriage, and dire medical emergencies, each backed by falsified documents. She accused him of abuse, filed for restraining orders, and even lodged repeated police reports against him, and all dismissed for a lack of evidence. Fast forward to 2021, enter Gregory, a man she dated just 3 times. After he ended things, Laura claimed she was pregnant with his child. She sued him for paternity, submitting false ultrasounds and medical records, some using stolen identities of other women. She even threatened to frame him for crimes unless he paid up. The suit was dismissed in 2022. Then the big one. In 2023, Laura targeted Clayton Echard, the star of ABC's The Bachelor, after what he says was a single non-sexual encounter at a party. She filed a paternity suit claiming he fathered twins, more fake ultrasounds, doctored records, and a whirlwind of legal filings. Echard fought back hard, and in 2024, a judge ruled her evidence fraudulent, referring it to prosecution. Her appeal shot down by the Arizona Supreme Court in August. Today, Laura faces 14 felony accounts across 2 cases: fraud, forgery, perjury, identity theft, extortion, and tampering with evidence. If convicted, she could spend decades behind bars. Her pleas? Not guilty. She calls it harassment. But prosecutors see a clear pattern: pregnancy fraud as a weapon for control and cash. So how did she pull it off? Laura's toolkit was shockingly sophisticated. Forged medical records from real doctors, altered ultrasound images that fooled initial experts, and even pilfered personal info from innocent women to make her docs look legit. In the Gregory case, she didn't just lie, she extorted, dangling criminal charges and accusations like a noose. With Echard, however, it escalated to public humiliation, dragging his name through tabloids. But why pregnancies? Why this specific lie over and over and over again? It's intimate, high stakes, tapping into a man's deepest fears and societal expectations. A quick payout via settlements, child support demands, or just the emotional leverage to keep someone hooked. In Michael's case, it was a cycle of crisis to maintain the relationship. With Gregory and Echard, Cold, calculated takedowns after rejection. Her behavior screams escalation, from personal drama to full-on legal warfare. But what might her actions say about her inner world? Again, it's my pure speculation here. I'm drawing from psychological patterns. So let's break down Laura's mental health indicators here. Based on the repeated deception, escalation, and the emotional manipulation, here are some indicators that jump out to me. Pathological lying as a core coping mechanism. Laura's fabrications aren't one-offs. They're a lifestyle over years, from fake pregnancies to abuse claims. This could point to pseudo-fantasies where lies become so elaborate they blur into the liar's reality, possibly stemming from low self-esteem or a need to rewrite a painful narrative. Next is action-seeking on steroids. Faking pregnancies might fulfill a hysterical need for drama and centrality, echoing histrionic traits, where relationships are performances and rejection triggers explosive retaliation. Next is control through chaos. The extortion threats and the restraining orders suggest a fear of abandonment or powerlessness. This could hint at borderline personality dynamics, where idolizing, then devaluing a partner's leads to desperate destructive bids to gain control, like weaponizing a baby to bind someone forever. Next is lack of empathy and exploitation. Targeting vulnerable spots, paternity fears, for gain shows antisocial leanings, charming facades masking ruthless self-interest. It's not just lying. It's profiting from pain, possibly linked to unresolved trauma or narcissistic wounds, like justifying getting even after a breakup. Next is a fictitious disorder, repeatedly inventing medical crisis, hers or implied for the child. It screams Munchausen-like symptoms and behavior, seeking sympathy or resources through illness fabrication. Why pregnancy specifically, though? They evoke universal protectiveness, amplifying the payoff in attention and money, and lasting a long time. These aren't excuses. They are red flags. But why lie at all? Psychologically, it might be a warped bid for connection, turning isolation into intensity, or escaping a void. If life is dull podcasts and horse shows, why not script your own blockbuster? Lies become armor against vulnerability, but they erode everything real. Laura Owens' story is a reminder that deception doesn't just hurt victims. It hollows out the deceiver. We don't want to villainize Laura. There is something mental health and psychologically going on in her mind. What do you think drove Laura here? Trauma, personality, or something else? Drop your theories in the comments. I read every single one of them. And if this sparked your curiosity, please like, share, and subscribe for more true crime psych breakdowns like this one. And if you liked this video, wait till you see my next one coming right up. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe.